I'm Mike.
And I'm Adam.
And this is Stuff and Waffle. Two friends talking about stuff, and often as not, waffling with frequent reference to Bond cars.
Now, we like a bit of accuracy with our facts on this podcast.
Yeah, it's quite important.
Yeah. Well, a couple of things have come to my attention where we may have strayed from our aim there. So a little bit of housekeeping to do.
Okay. Have we?
A little bit of underlining, the odd full stop to be added here.
Have we? Is this you spotted it, or have we been called out for being useless dickheads?
Both. One I spotted, the other one was pointed out to our by our friend of the podcast, Mr. Friend, on our Discord server.
Oh yes, I know where this is going. Yeah.
You know where this is going. So just we should cover it. Yeah. He was kind enough to point it out. So we should just cover it. We were talking about, as we often do, Jaguar recently, and their complete lack of any kind of direction or coherent business plan, or indeed cars in the market. Yes, indeed. And we were puzzling over why they weren't using more of what they developed for the electric XJ. And he was kind enough to point out on our Discord server that him being someone in the know with these matters, that the abandoned XJ platform is the same platform that the current Range Rover and Range Rover Sport sit on. So good. The electric XJ was due to go down the same production line as it was, both, as we said, an EV and internal combustion platform. But the XJ is no more, but the platform itself has continued in Range Rover and Range Rover Sport. So I'm not sure we made that entirely clear. So just touching on that.
Yeah, good to call out. Yeah, when you say I don't think we made it entirely clear, I don't think we said it at all.
I was being kind to us.
Yeah.
Yes, I think we didn't mention that at all. No, that's right.
No, that's fine. I mean, that's important to say that it's not entirely wasted effort, basically.
No, indeed, they are using that platform, but there still are no Jags. That bit was accurate.
Yeah, that's still a thing. Which is still odd because it did exist and existed in quite a finished state.
Yeah, it was ready to go by all accounts. They were about to start showing it to some press people, but the prototype will probably turn up somewhere eventually.
Oh, it'll be in Jaguar Heritage. Soon. And unfortunately, I do worry about the brand. I think it might be in Jaguar Heritage soon. You might think, because that's what's going to be left.
I think that might be all we'll have. Yes, that's a worry, isn't it?
Yeah.
Still could increase the value of my car, so it's not all bad. That now being a future classic, last of its kind.
You heard it here first. Yeah,
there you go. Listen, don't burst my bubble.
I'm not. Why would I do that? That's cruel.
No, you wouldn't do that. No, you would never do that. The second matter I alluded to is something I spotted myself. This isn't related to Jaguar, well, not directly. We were talking recently about the zero emission vehicle mandate, which has come in, which is whereby manufacturers will be fined £15,000 for every vehicle below the 22% of their sales target that they miss. So they have to sell at least 22%, or at least 22% of their sales has to be zero emissions vehicles, or they will be fined £15,000 for every single vehicle they are under that target, is what I'm trying to say. And we were talking about that recently.
Okay, yep.
I believe I said at the time that it was an EU thing. It actually isn't. It's a UK thing. It's got nothing to do with the EU. Certain EU countries are doing their own thing, and other countries around the world are doing their own thing. But this 22%, £15,000 target is purely a UK thing. So it's for manufacturers specifically selling in the UK.
Fine. Okay.
Just wanted to clear that up because I said it was an EU thing, and it's not. It's a UK thing. So no bashing the Europeans for that one.
No, that's okay. Yeah, but you could open yourself a can of worms there if you're not careful.
Yes, indeed you could. But just worth setting that straight. I'd also when reading further into it, there's also, I believe, although some of the language is a bit sketchy, as you can't imagine that for a government policy, can you?
No, that's outrageous.
Yes, but who'd have thought? But it only applies to manufacturers who sell EVs. So the likes of, for example, Aston Martin, who don't make an EV, doesn't apply to them. So
ideal.
The incentive to not sell any EVs at all is actually quite high. Now, you either have to sell no EVs at all or a lot of EVs. Nearly a quarter of your sales have to be EVs, or none at all. Otherwise, you're going to get fined if you're somewhere in between those two things.
Oh dear.
And those fines are rising year on year from this point on.
That's really well thought out, isn't it?
So, yeah.
Okay.
But yes, it's not an EU thing. It's a UK thing. We came up with that ourselves.
Okay. I'll tell you what then. As you're talking about EVs and fines and all that sort of stuff, let's just switch a little bit. Keep on the EV or low emissions theme, causing great debate, thanks to the shifting government, basically. Well, I think it is. I've not dug deep enough. I'm going to make a wild assumption. However, your electric and low emission cars are soon to be subject to significantly more road tax than they're accustomed to.
Yes, that's been on the cards for a while. Yes, I did know about that. It is coming in, isn't it? Yes.
So,
yes.
From what I understand, so your electric and low emissions vehicles that are registered on or after April next year, I assume 1st of April, will need to pay what they calling it, a low rate of tax. So this is basically, I think the starting or the standard rate, as they're calling it, is about 190, I think.
Yes, that rings a bell.
But they've said that's subject to change. The same is to be said for cars registered between 2017 and March next year. Same rate, but subject to change. And then I think low emissions for anything 2001 to 2017. There's some different way of that's working. I don't know. I didn't read enough about that one.
It is slightly being backdated. Yes. To a point. I mean, I'm in two minds about this, because I think, well, if road tax was actually used for what it used to be used for, i.e. maintaining the roads, then I would think that's fair enough, because EVs use the roads same as everybody else. Although I did enjoy not paying tax in the years that I had an electric vehicle. That was fine. But it was always going to come. Sooner or later, they were going to have to, especially if they're pushing manufacturers to make more and more EVs. Although they have removed all the incentives for everybody to buy an EV, so that's good. That's a balanced policy. So they're not giving anybody any reason to buy one, but they're giving manufacturers huge penalties if they don't sell them.
Yeah. So that's making it that bit more complicated.
That's a tough market. Yes.
Yeah. That's a really weird way of dealing with it.
Yeah. Anyway, yes, I did know that the tax was coming in, and it was always going to sooner or later. But like you say, they can't base it on emissions.
No. Well, they could. Well, no, they can't because it doesn't emit.
Yes. So quite what formula they've applied, I'm not sure, but yeah, I knew that was coming, and yeah, it would be easier to sell if they actually used the money to maintain the roads.
Yeah, I've tried through all of these changes to decipher whether the car tax that I pay changes, but I don't think it does.
Right. Okay.
Because mine's done very weirdly.
Because it's a hybrid.
No, because it's an import.
Right.
So my car tax isn't subject to that. If I bought a UK registered CLZ, I would be subject to all the banding based on CO2 output.
Yeah.
So, like, if I look at this chart, yeah. So I would actually, if it was a UK registered car, I think I would actually be paying more car tax. But because it's
okay, so it's worked in your favour. Nice.
Yeah, my car tax is calculated on using the PLG rate, so private slash light goods vehicle.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the way that imports are handled. So yeah, I do get a reasonable sort of discount ish.
Okay, well that's good. That's nice.
But
that's nice.
Yeah, swings and roundabouts. I pay less in tax, but it's an import, so I pay more in insurance. So I'm not overall no winners, but
no, but not as worse off as it could have been. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I hadn't considered it would be different for imports. That's interesting.
Yeah, it is a bit odd, but yeah, well, it's briefly working out in my favour. I'm not convinced that'll last, but there we go.
No, well, enjoy it while it does.
Yeah, that was quite good consumer advice, there, wasn't it? That was all a bit almost a bit Quentin Wilson. Yeah, and all the benefits of buying an imported vehicle. Yeah.
Well, very good. You could do a whole episode on that. Yes.
Oh, I can spin it positively. Don't you worry.
That's pretty good. Yeah, I'm sure you can. Yeah, I'm sure there's
I've had enough
you won't
practice.
let anyone cast any doubt on the sensibleness of that purchase.
No, it's absolutely fine. It's roomy. It's sensible. It's practical. Yeah.
And I've now seen it.
Oh yeah, you have now. Yeah.
Finally.
Albeit a little bit rainy, but
it was a bit drippy, but that's okay. Yeah, we don't mind that. Yeah,
no, it's all right. It's all right. Would you? Oh, actually, before I move on to car news, have you got any fleet updates for us? Just a caveat: I have none.
No, I don't. No change.
No change.
All is well.
Windscreen is still pending, but other than that,
windscreen is still pending. I have chased the garage on that. And waiting to hear back. Yes, hopefully they'll spring into action fairly soon, because the crack is getting bigger, so they're going to have to soon, otherwise it's going to be a bigger problem. But other than that, all is well.
Good.
Yes.
So
car news.
Actual car news. So, and it ties in a little bit to what I want to say what we were talking about last week, but it might have been the week before. I can't remember. There's been a lot going on. So we were discussing, as we often do, fast estate cars because we were talking about the new BMW M5 Touring and going, yes, it's probably good, but yes, also it's a little overstyled, a little ostentatious.
We did discuss all of that.
A little bit over the top. Let's be honest.
A little bit too much. Yes.
Would you like to see an offering from Skoda?
I have seen pictures of this, but please do furnish me with what you have.
Proper sleeper.
Yeah. Factory sleeper.
So basically, it's a.
Yes,
they're making. It is. You can buy, or you'll soon to be able to buy from Skoda, a superb estate. Not just because it's a good one. It's actually called a superb, just for clarity.
That is its name. Yes.
So proper sleeper with 477 horsepower, and it
doesn't look like that at all, does it?
It looks boggo.
It does. That looks like a 1.8 diesel.
Oh yeah.
It does, with no options.
It's what a wonderful thing.
That's terrific, isn't it? You see, that's what you want. We love the colour of the interior on that one. It
was already quite a nice car. It's very. I mean, it's not. You would never say it's an exciting car until this point. They were all a bit. It was all a bit Uber driver up until this point. So it's got uprated turbo, uprated intercooler, custom downpipes, better exhaust, new intake, better fueling, better ECU.
And you end up with the ECU.
You end up with 477 horsepower and 486 pounds-feet of torque.
Oh, that's serious, isn't it? Oh, it's a proper monster, that is.
But
it doesn't look like it.
No.
Yeah, it doesn't. No. It looks, as you say, it looks absolutely boggo. I enormously approve of that.
Yeah, the one thing that you do notice when you go there, you go, right, it's got KW coilovers and an uprated brake kit. So if you're looking, you can tell from the ride height that something's a bit different.
Those that know will know, but I mean, even the wheels are not particularly Larry.
No, and do you know what colour they are?
Well, yes, I do. So I'm looking at a picture of them.
Oh, they're silver. How nice!
What a concept!
Yeah, look at that.
A performance car with silver wheels.
Look at them. Look at them. Nice wheels. Look at the definition. You can see the intricacy of it. Yeah.
You're not trying to make a point here, are you?
No.
No. You're not saying my performance estate car should have silver wheels, are you?
Yeah. The thought never crossed my mind. I would have to say that is shot right up there as a car you'd want, isn't it?
Yeah, it really has. It's not a bad looking old Hector either.
Oh no. Nice looking thing, but you see that ride height. You see the AP Racing calipers behind the wheel.
It's got it all going on.
Dirty little bugger.
Where are we? Have we got any prices?
Oh God, no! I haven't seen prices. Let's have a.
I'm just having a scan through here, and I can't see any.
I can't see any on that particular article. No. Let me check another source because I did see one the other day. No. Again, yeah. Everyone's just sort of saying, "Yep, bit of a sleeper. Looks great."
Really does. I love that green they've got in as well with the tan interior. That's
they've called that is royal green metallic and upholstered in cognac leather.
Oh, what they've done there, you see, is they've copied the old Queen's X-Type, haven't they?
What I'm concerned about, though, is because there's no prices, I really worry that this is just going to be one.
Yeah.
Whereas, in fact, it should be in production.
Yes, it should. That would be very disappointing if this is just a engineer's.
If this is what, look at what we can do, rather than you're going to need to build that sharpish.
Yeah, I don't want to look at what we can do. I want to look at what we are doing.
Yeah. Look. Here's the link to it on the website. You go and configure.
I don't care what you can do.
Yeah.
Anything can be done. That's not the point. It's are you going to?
But yeah, hope. Fingers crossed. But I'm still not. I'm not convinced yet. I tell you what, though, if this ends up in production, you don't stand a chance against unmarked police now.
No, it's true.
Yeah,
it's true. No, you'll never spot them.
No, and you can't outrun them. That's going to be ridiculous. If that makes it into a real thing,
yeah,
no chance.
In silver with some surreptitious lights behind that grill. Yeah, you've had it, haven't you? Yes.
Who'd have thought in this episode we would end up with a thoroughly desirable Skoda?
Yeah, well, who'd have thought in any episode we'd end up with that? That's incredible. Yeah, I approve of that enormously.
Yeah,
the understated nature of that is brilliant.
So that's one each in that exact spec, then.
In that exact spec, absolutely. Yeah. I think we'll both be very happy with that.
Yeah. No, that's fine. That's fine. That's good. It has been this week, the Monterey Car Week.
Okay.
Has it? Are we prepping for it? I can't remember which way around it is, but obviously we've seen some of the cars. That's what I'm getting at.
Okay, I'm not sure, but yes.
Yeah,
okay.
I don't know whether it's prepping or we've had it. I'm not there. It's really difficult to tell.
Yeah.
So
sadly, we're not there.
No.
Yes.
And
I wish we were, but we're not.
If we were there, we'd look so out of place.
Yeah, but we probably wouldn't care.
No. I mean, until the point we were asked to leave, obviously.
Yeah, but we'd make it for a little while.
So, something that hasn't escaped my attention is an offering from the UK's leading Porsche specialist, I would say, Tuthill.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's a name I know. Yes.
Yeah, so they've taken a car there.
Okay.
Because they did, was it last one or the year before? They took the, I think, they took and launched the 911K there. I think that happened at Monterey, which was a very cleverly named car, because it not only is it a 911, but it also weighed around 900 kilos and revved to 11,000 RPM.
That's what you want, isn't it?
Yeah. So yeah, you can see what the name is dual purpose.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah,
you got that. So we've got the latest offering, the GT One, not to be confused with the original Porsche GT Ones of 993 and 996 era. This is GT One with the word one rather than the number.
Oh yeah, okay.
So this is a full carbon body car. I've not got full confirmation of exactly what the sort of chassis is underneath. However, they've been quite sensible with it. They've not gone for thousands of horsepower. They've basically taken that the 911K inspired engine, uprated it to a 4-litre, and naturally aspirated producing sort of, from what we've heard, 600-ish horsepower.
That'll do.
And pays homage to the GT ones of Le Mans, those sort of homologation special cars. And yeah, I'm looking at it and just going, this is, we're in masterpiece territory here.
It's a bit of you, that, isn't it?
Yeah. Have you seen it?
No.
Right. Here it comes. There it is.
Right. Let me. Ooh. Now.
So unlike the Skoda, which we don't have confirmation that it's going to be built, there will be 22 of these built.
Okay. And you will never see one.
Yeah, you're probably right. Oh, I tell you what. I really hope. I hope enormously that with them being a UK-based car and the fact that we've had some rather tasty offerings like from Singer and from Callum, I would love this car to be at Bicester for the scramble in October.
That would be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, that would be lovely. I'm just from the back of it's incredible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it really is. Like it's so close to the original GT ones, but with a twist, basically.
Yeah.
Wow. Let me see.
Yeah, that's quite a thing.
Yeah, there we go. So let me find you a little picture of this. So this is a 993 version of the GT One, which it sort of pays homage to. So you can see where they're getting the influence from on the rear there. So it's distortion version. Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Oh, yes, I do. I do see it. I very much see it. Yes. Okay. Yeah. I could see what they were working with there.
So that's it. As particular, I mean, these 993 ones. So that that one you're looking at there, they made 2 of the road cars, as far as I'm aware.
Okay.
There are more of the 996 variant kicking about. I mean, not lots, but more.
No.
But yeah, the 993s are proper rare.
I imagine these are all going to be spoken for.
I would have thought so. Yes. Yeah.
Seems likely, doesn't it?
All 22 will have disappeared already. Yes, you are.
Oh yeah.
You are.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the sales figures myself, but I'm willing to imagine. Yes, they're all gone.
Yes, I would think. Oh, that's lovely. Yes. Legendary, as they say.
Yeah. So it's a bit pervy, but isn't it nice?
It is. It's lovely. Can I talk about something smaller?
If you like.
Yeah. There's a new Mini JCW. And for the first time, we're going to have an electric JCW.
Okay.
There. Right.
So, I've not seen this yet. So, is this
okay?
Is this what they were banging on about at Goodwood that I didn't really look at properly?
I think so. It's a JCW based on the latest iteration of the Mini, which we're not sure about aesthetically, but nevertheless, it is the latest generation of the Mini. Okay, and they're going to do both a petrol and electric version of the John Cooper Works. Yes.
Okay, that's a nice touch. Bit of variety. Nice.
Yeah. I think it's coming this autumn. So it's not out yet. bit scant on details. They're still in the camo when they've been out and about, so they haven't sort of officially unveiled them yet, but they have confirmed that it is coming.
Confirmation. Wonderful.
Confirmation that there will be, for the first time, an electric John Cooper Works.
Good. I'm all for it. I think,
me too.
And I think they're being quite sensible in the fact they're going, right, let's do petrol, let's do electric, let's just a bit of something for everyone. Of
something for everyone. Yeah, absolutely.
And just to be clear on this, they're doing Mini John Cooper Works. Now, this is, when they say mini, they just mean the hatch, don't they? This is not one of the toss wagons. I don't want a Countryman. I don't want anything like that. This is
3-door hatch only, which is the correct answer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good. That's the answer I was looking for. I'd have been upset if it weren't.
I don't mind the front of it. It's the back of it I've got a problem with.
Yeah, I think we do struggle with it. It's there's no real callback to the early days.
Not anymore. And that callback has been weakening ever since the R53. Really, it's been each edition since the first one has got slightly further away, in my opinion, from the classic Mini. But,
yeah, well, you're going to get no arguments from me on that.
No, we're in full agreement on that. But I also accept they couldn't make a car as small as the original Mini. Now it just wouldn't meet any regulations. They'd never be allowed to sell it. So
yeah.
So I do get it, but it's great. There's going to be a JCW one. As I say, we're a bit light on details. They haven't really given any information on it yet. I mean, obviously the previous ones were even up to 300 horsepower, but whether the new one will be or not, we don't know yet. The electric one might be.
Okay.
But we will see. But the opportunity to put the John Cooper Works badge on an electric Mini, I mean, some people will call that sacrilege. Others will say, yes, that's brilliant. Finally, we can get the performance it should have had to begin with.
Yeah, and we've learned that from the Alpine version of the upcoming Renault 5 that people want hot electric patches.
Yeah, very much so. Still a hot hatch.
Yeah.
The fact that it's electric, it just makes it hotter.
Yeah, it does. I mean, the only trade-off is it does make it lardier.
It does a bit. Yeah, a little bit. But that's the nature of the beast, isn't it? Unfortunately.
It is. The only thing is I really don't want it to lose that go-kart feel.
No, well, from what I've not driven an electric Mini, although I would love to if anyone who can hook us up is listening. But if anything, the electric one has more of a go-kart feel than the petrol one, because of the low down torque that the electric powertrain gives you.
It's that
the fact that the wheels are right in the corner, and it's the electric steering, I guess, that will be the question.
It's that thing. That's what I want to know about when I pile into a corner and go with a petrol Mini, even the BMW ones. It's going to be fine. And
of course,
you're going to have a good time.
With the battery pack in the floor, very low center of gravity, which will help with that. But I think we'd need to check that out.
Yeah, we can't speculate, but like you say, if anyone's got one, we're all ears.
Oh yeah, I'd love to go with an electric Mini.
Yes. So, would you? There we go. A bit of electric. Let's go back, shall we?
Please.
Now this is interesting. We got a first actually. So July's electric car figures in Europe.
Oh, I haven't looked at the numbers. Very good.
No, yes, this is
we were
quite
going
specific.
to check it out, weren't we?
No, I'm not. I'm not going back to the usual
No.
top 10 that makes us want to puke. So this is very specifically European car sales of EVs.
Okay.
In July. So for the first time ever, in European electric car sales, BMW has overtaken Tesla.
Wow, really? I'm staggered with their offering.
Well, the thing is, I mean, they do have quite a few. None that
they do,
but
no.
So basically, the German brand delivered 14,869 new EVs in Europe in July.
Okay.
That, and I grant you, it's not big numbers, is 308 more than Tesla did.
Okay, so they've only just
pipped it.
They've only just done it.
So
well done them. Very good. Well done them.
So for instance, the Model Y in July fell by 16%, and the Model 3 fell by 17%.
Well, I was going to ask, is this BMW selling more or Tesla selling less?
Tesla selling less.
Is this then the tip of the Elon effect, do we think, with his current political views?
I would say some of it's got to be that.
There's a lot of discussion of it on the owners group, which, as you know, I'm still a member.
Cool.
Go on. That's it. And I did leave a little pause there.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of talk on there, and a lot of mixed opinions as to, ranging from that's it, I'll never buy one again, to just get over yourself, the car's really good, who cares what he thinks, and everything in between. But
it's so difficult to just, I mean, all right, so for example, let's take this BMW news. Now I'm going to ask you a question. Who's the head of BMW?
Well, quite.
Yeah.
The point I was just going to make was that, and a point that was made on the group was that how many other car companies do you even know who the CEO is, let alone his political affiliations?
Precisely.
Elon is so associated with the brands that he owns / runs.
Runs is an interesting word. Yeah.
Runs is an interesting word. Used to run. He's so associated with Tesla. Whereas with other car brands, do you even know who the CEO is, let alone anything about them? I mean, you probably have a stab in the dark about who Ford's CEO is, but it's more of a lucky guess.
Mr. Ford.
Yes. Henry Ford Jr. or whatever however many juniors there are on the end of that now.
Oh God, yeah, we must be the fifth by now, surely. But yeah, I mean, it's only that, like, your big brands.
Into the political affiliations of the original Henry Ford, because that was a can of worms as well.
Yeah, cans of worms here, there, and everywhere.
But
that's the thing. Again, other than really niche brands, be it like Christian von Koenigsegg or Mate Rimac.
I was going to say Mate Rimac. You probably would, but these are hardly mass market brands.
No. And it's so every time it's so tempting to go, Mate Rimac, him. Yeah.
Yes. No, Mate. But just think, a brand of spreadable pate. It's
pate. Did I tell you when we were in France that there was we pulled up
in France? I don't remember us going to France.
But we
when was this?
A royal week. So we were in a supermarket car park, and there was a pate vending machine.
Of course there was.
For when you need your out of hours pate.
When it's really urgent.
I love that, and also when it's out of hours, they're like, well, that could be any time in France.
That could be.
During the day when you expect the shop to be opening. No.
No. Yeah, just because. I do hope it was sat next to a baguette vending machine.
Oh yeah, well you can't have one without the other, but I do genuinely.
Exactly. What were you going to spread it on? Don't answer that. It's France. Dear. Could be anything.
Yeah. Yep, a baton of some sort.
Eat anything.
What if we? No. Mate, Rimac. There we go. Pate.
That was it. That was not pate.
But yes, the Elon effect must be represented in that percentage somewhere, but I refuse to believe it's the entire percentage.
Yeah, I mean, Tesla are not pushing forwards with their tech as fast as they have done, but I still wouldn't say that they're falling behind other manufacturers. But that's interesting.
No, okay. So, for instance, their sales fell. So 16% Model Y, 17% Model 3. Overall, as EV sales across all brands in July, that fell 6%.
Okay.
So what we're saying is that there's something that caused the Tesla ones to fall by a higher percentage than other brands.
Allow me to posit a theory.
Go on.
Could it be a lot of EV sales are made up of fleet sales, as we know?
Oh yes.
Could it be that the German fleet market has started to favour the German-made cars rather than
I would be staggered if that weren't true, because
although a lot of Model Ys for Europe are made in Germany, of course.
Yeah, but it's the perception. It's not a German car. It's that thing.
Right. Well, it isn't. I mean, it might be made there, but it's not.
When you drive on the continent, it's staggering, the national brand loyalty.
I was going to say it is more of a thing, isn't it, that they do tend to favour their own country's cars. Yeah,
we don't favour them because we don't.
We can't really, can we?
No, it's not possible. Every brand that you can think of, you go, well, that's British. It's owned by someone else, and is like. I mean, Jag don't make hardly anything now, and even when they were making cars, people weren't buying them.
No,
Range Rovers are hardly accessible to all of us, are they? And yet, when you go on the continent,
but no.
That's it. You get off the Eurotunnel and you go, well, it's Renaults, it's Citroën, it's Peugeots everywhere. When you go, right, I'm blasting on through, let's get some Autobahn, and you get there, VW, Audi, Mercedes, BMW. They're everywhere. And then you go, oh, I'll nip down to Italy, Alfa, Fiat, Lancia.
Yes.
It's just
all damaged in some way.
I mean, France damaged, Italy damaged, Germany perfection,
pristine.
Yes,
not so much as a scratch. I think maybe it is that the fleet buyers have started to cotton onto EVs and have said we're going to buy these homegrown ones, not these American ones that are muscling into the middle of our car market.
Yeah, exactly. And you got to think as well, going, right, that's Germany's a big market in itself, but then you got a bit of overspill. I would imagine that the German brands have strong representation in Austria, Switzerland, countries that don't have strong national car brands, but
don't have their own,
have a sort of Germanic relationship, shall we say?
Yes,
it's So interesting.
Maybe that is the effect. Yeah, it's probably a combination of things. Certainly, there is a percentage of people who have been put right off Tesla by Mr. Musk and his recent shenanigans.
His recent stuff, particularly with the Oompa Loompa.
Yes, indeed, and the amount of money that he's giving him. Yeah, I mean, we don't want to get into all that, but it certainly turned a lot of people off. And his whole agenda of, renewably powered transport and fighting climate change, and even his SpaceX stuff about making humanity multiplanetary, he seems so unfocused on all of those missions now. I mean, he's supporting a presidential candidate who doesn't believe in any of the things that he has spent the last 20 years working towards. Doesn't believe in climate change, keeps giving speeches where he says EVs are rubbish, and yet Elon somehow is able to support him.
It's baffling, isn't it?
There is no logic to that at all.
No.
And as people have said, reading what people are saying on the Facebook group, said, well, if the CEO doesn't believe in any of this anymore, why should we?
Yeah, that's a really big thing. That actually,
it is. I think it is. He's sending out a very destructive message for his own customers.
Yeah, I think so. And I think we're now at the point where you go, like you say, like he's interested in, or was at least interested in, exploring new planets, and we should probably just sort of say to him, look, right, you're really interested in Mars. All the SpaceX guys going, right, there you go, Elon. You go first. We've got it nailed. We've got it down to a T here. And of course, there's enough fuel for you to get back. On your jump. Yeah.
On your jump. Look, we've made you a really comfy chair.
Yeah. And look, if you talk into that camera, everyone will hear all around the world. Yeah. Just talk into that one. Then light the fuse. Off he pops.
Off he goes. Yeah. Problem solved.
Yeah.
Oh, it went wrong.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, are you stuck there now? Bugger.
I mean, to be fair, look how many people NASA killed over the years. It wouldn't be
I'm not
in the name of space exploration.
I'm not advocating his demise. I'm just saying, load him up with supplies, send him to Mars. Just don't give him enough fuel to get back.
See how he gets on.
Yeah.
Give him the materials to build a little shelter.
Yeah, that's it. And just let him talk into that camera. Let him think we're all listening. Yeah.
You could be on something there.
However, back here on planet Earth, where we need to wrap it up, what I would like to do is bring us neatly into land and go, Skoda. Now pay attention. Listen carefully. Not a one-off. Build that Superb and put it in your range now.
Yes. And we'll all buy one.
Yes. Yeah, I will genuinely make a case for it in our house and go, look, I bought a silly car. Why don't we buy a sensible car? Because Kaylee won't know.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right.
So, for the love of God, build it.
Yeah, we do. We need that. That's exactly what we want.
Yeah.
Yes. In that spec as well.
Yeah. Just do it. You've nailed it. You got it right first time.
Yeah.
Don't piss about.
Done you.
Yes. Yeah. Don't spin off into a ditch. Build it. Build it now.
Don't make it 90 grand either.
Yes. Yeah. Good caveat. Well done, you. Yes. I can't afford that. Yeah. But yes, build that car for a reasonable price.
Well, I think that's probably enough of that for this week. Check us out on all the various social medias and things. Thank you very much for listening.